Welcome to Techin5, where you can get your weekly tech news in 5 minutes. I'm Madeline.
And I'm Christina. This is your weekly download.
So it looks like we're coming up on a new year, thank God. But there's going to be some big trends coming out, right, Christina?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So much to talk about in 2021 based on the transformation of 2020. One of the big things that we can start to talk about and that might be on everybody's mind is what's happening with employment. We just saw some headlines come out today talking about employment trends for 2021 in the tech industry. And it looks like some positive news for people who are looking for new roles and opportunities. Massive growth for 2021.
And it's interesting because I feel like the tech industry is constantly growing, but this one's a little bit more interesting because it's not just the fact that we've had people lose their job in 2020. So we're going to have actually now people refilling their jobs and backfilling, but we're also going to have more even growth. So that's some big news. But I think what's another player here is that location. It's not the same anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
We're not going to have to fight for a great spot.
Right. Rents are coming down in the big cities that have high density per square foot, and so those people, that talent is moving elsewhere. So we've seen some pretty interesting tech trends happen. For one, Oracle moved its office from Silicon Valley down over into Texas, and they had a big office park in Texas. I had a chance of visiting several years ago for a training, and so now it looks like that's become official. Austin is hot.
I think Texas is hot. I know that the kind of second kind of home to Microsoft is in Las Colinas, Texas, right outside of Dallas. So that's another, that was chosen back then because of Melinda having ties to Texas. But I think Texas definitely has a hub to some respect.
Sure. And then, of course, we all know that New York City is kind of draining talent and having them migrate to the peripheries. But I also saw a headline yesterday talking about talent moving from different locations in the U.S. down to Florida. Seems Florida's attractive, beaches and nightlife.
Well, if you want to have sunny weather and you don't want to deal with cold and rainy, then certainly it's the place to go.
Sure. If you don't want to be packed next to somebody who's potentially got something that you want to stay away from, then Florida gives you some opportunities to get out there and transform. So migration of talent, and of course, remote work now is possible. We can be anywhere in the world. We can be in, you may have seen the ads of the Bahamas attracting people to go work remotely. So, with technology, we're now able to be anywhere in the world and still get our job done. So that's a big advantage.
Oh, for sure.
And some of the other trends that we're looking at for 2021 include IPOs and acquisitions, and who are the players in 2021?
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of kind of IPOs coming up. I know Snowflake is one of them, which I know has worked a lot with Microsoft. And I think there's two more that you want to mention as well.
Yeah, Airbnb and DoorDash are on the calendars right now and are doing pretty well. So we can expect to see some of the tech heavy players in different industries looking at IPOs and or acquisitions. Some acquisitions that we looked at this year include.
Yep. Salesforce just took over Slack, which was a big news that came out of that. They're also acquiring some smaller businesses as well to help with their services arm. So that's another big part for the big tech companies. They're only getting bigger.
Yeah. And so again, Slack, a communication tool for sharing and chatting internally and inside business. So Salesforce acquiring that sounds very interesting. And then, of course, we have PayPal with cryptocurrency. So using PayPal to buy and use cryptocurrency through the PayPal platform to pay for purchases. Very, very interesting news there as well.
It is. I was a little odd to see the notification on my phone to see that I could actually go buy some Bitcoin and buy the products that I want with PayPal. But yeah, I think we're going to see, and it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with that as the government starts to come out with a little bit more regulation, because for the first time in almost 10 years, they're actually trying to come up with some regulation around how to deal with Bitcoin. So that's going to be some really interesting news we're going to probably see in 2021.
Yep. So 2021 looks like we are talking about migration of talent, mergers and acquisitions, IPOs, new tech coming to the forefront, as well as all of these bringing into highlighting the importance of collaboration, remote work, cybersecurity and data repositories and where you're keeping data and keeping data secure. So lots of more for us to dig into in our upcoming episodes.
And don't forget to like and subscribe so you can see what's coming up in these new episodes and the new topics we discuss.
Absolutely. See you next time. Thanks, Madeline.
See ya. Bye.
Bye-bye.